Hi everyone. Okay, so following from my previous video on brumation and climatic changes in the terrarium, this video looks into it into a bit more depth and how I'm trying to mimic the climate of leopard gecko native territory. Now, you're probably wondering why I've got my camera staring at Google Earth Pro. Well, that's because I've been doing some pretty intense research today on leopard gecko, sort of where they come from, habitat, all the rest. And if I just show you the document that I've been looking at, so this is an academic article. I'm not going to tell you where it's from because you'll have to find out yourselves, just like I have done. So, but anyway, in here it says that the distribution of leopard geckos in the wild are in parts of India and in Pakistan. It has been recorded from Azad Kashmir, Northwestern Frontier Province, Punjab, and such. So anyway, I was wanting to find out what the climate was in... I just picked a region at random. So I picked the Punjab region of Pakistan. So then I went on... First of all, I went on Google Maps to find out exactly where it was. And then I went on Google Earth Pro, which is a more kind of detailed map. And I'm just going to zoom in here. So this area here is Pakistan. We've got India here. So leopard gecko is sort of a native around this area here, even as far as Bangladesh. They are also known in Nepal. But we're going to concentrate on Pakistan and we're going to zoom in even closer. So here we have Pakistan. Now the Punjab area is sort of this sort of area here, vaguely. And as I was looking through at this area, I sort of concentrated on an area, I think it was sort of around this sort of area here. It could have been a bit further. Just bear with me, guys. By the way, as you can tell, I love looking at maps. Here we go. So I chose a kind of like a area where there's like mountains and rocky terrain. Where am I going now? It was a place called Nali. Where have I? And anyway, basically, this little town was like in the foothills of northwestern Pakistan. Hang on a second now. I'm going to find exactly where it is because it's near Sagoda. That's a city. So I know it's near there, and I think I've got my Zen music playing in the background. Right, it's one of these towns here somewhere. Oh gosh, Tom, what am I like? Anyway, I can't. I know it's somewhere around this area. But anyway, if I where I've lost it now. There, no. Close. Nali, there it is. Right, okay, so I'm going to zoom into this area here, okay? So this is Nali. Right, so I'm going to zoom right in. And you can see mountains, can't you? Yeah? And it looks very, very kind of dry terrain. Yeah? So zooming right in, and it sort of looked like, so obviously that's the city of Narni, but I want to look at the area around it. And if I go up, we've got arid mountains, grasslands. It looks very dry, very arid. Reminds me of the excavator's clay burrowing area that I made in his terrarium, slightly. So there we go. Yeah, and then further beyond there, way up in the north, up here is the Himalayas. So, and leopard geckos are known to live in Nepal as well, which is quite surprising because you'd think Nepal would be cold and mountainous, but they are known to live there. So, okay, so concentrating on this area, I then looked into the climate of Nali. And then this brings me to this list here. Okay, so here I've written down the months of the year, the temperature in the daytime. Obviously, these are averages. Nighttime temperatures. I think that's how many days of rain in a particular month. And then we've got humidity as well. Yeah. So I'm basically using this as a kind of like a model climate zone and mimicking this in his terrarium as much as I can. Obviously, it won't be perfect because I'm in Wales, and obviously we have a completely different climate here to what is in this place here. So there'll be some sort of variations in temperature and house temperature and all that taken into consideration. Then underneath here, I've got how many hours of sunlight there is in Nali during the daytime over the years. So, and then when the sun rises to when it actually sets. Yeah. Obviously, these are sort of just, it's not exact, but it's to the nearest sort of 15 minutes that I've worked it out at to help me put in the times on my digital timer. So this sunrise will be when his heat lamp comes on. So in January, it'll come on at 7 in the morning, and then it'll switch off at 5 o'clock in the evening when it's dark anyway here. And then throughout that period, the plant lights and UVB light will be on as well. So it's, and it'll give up to the temperature should in January, in the daytime, 21. And at night, 10. Obviously, that's in Nali. That's not in my bedroom or in his terrarium. But it's a guide. It's a useful guide for me to kind of work towards. So I thought that would be some really useful info to share. Also, whilst I was researching, I wanted to look at plants in this region. So that's I'll do another video on that. But there's quite a few plants, figs, olive trees. I mean, some of them, they're trees, so they won't obviously grow in the terrarium. But I'd need a house to fit an olive tree in, or bigger. But so that's not going to happen. But But you know, aloe veras, succulents, that sort of thing. But I need to kind of look into that a little bit more, into the plants, what plants sort of grow in this sort of region. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing today. Obviously not all day because I've been at work, but this evening, been looking at the climate in this area of Pakistan, which is known as the sort of Punjab region, and these are the foothills which head towards the northwestern frontier province of Pakistan. So yeah, fascinating really. I love looking at things like this. So there we are. I thought I'd share that with you, and hopefully, I mean, I'm not saying that this is the way to, you know, run your terrarium, but if it gives you ideas, I think it's important to mimic the climate from their natural habitat as much as possible. I mean, this area was just a bit of a logically thought picked area, really. So hopefully it'll work. I'll keep you updated. Okay, folks, bye for now.